In today's world, relationships can sometimes feel like a challenging maze to navigate. Whether it's a partnership with a significant other, a friendship, or even family dynamics, the complexity of human interaction can feel overwhelming. The truth is, the journey to maintaining a happy and healthy relationship is not always smooth. But what if I told you that the Buddha, one of the most enlightened minds in history, shared timeless wisdom that can transform how we connect with others? The Buddha offered 6 essential principles to help guide us through the challenges of relationships, principles that, if practiced, can lead to deeper understanding, compassion, and lasting happiness with the people in our lives. These teachings are not just for monks or religious followers, they are for anyone who wishes to live harmoniously with those around them. Before we dive into these principles, it's important to acknowledge a key insight. We are all unique. Each of us comes to the table with our own experiences, thoughts, and personalities. This can sometimes lead to clashes, misunderstandings, and frustration. How often have we found ourselves thinking, "Why can't they just think like me?" Or "Why don't they see things my way?" It's natural to want others to align with our perspectives, but it's also crucial to remember that this isn't always realistic. Embracing the idea that we are all different and that's okay can be the first step in fostering better relationships. The Buddha's principles offer a roadmap for how we can navigate these differences with patience, compassion, and understanding. At the heart of these teachings lies one central concept: understanding. The ability to truly understand another person, why they act the way they do, what drives them, and how they experience the world is perhaps the most profound skill we can cultivate in any relationship. So let's dive into these 6 principles, which are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. Principle 1. Physical kindness. The Buddha's first piece of advice is simple yet powerful. Treat those around you with physical kindness. This doesn't mean grand gestures or expensive gifts. Instead, it refers to the everyday acts of kindness that can make a world of difference. It could be as simple as offering a helping hand with a task or taking the time to listen when someone needs to talk. In relationships, physical kindness might look like sharing household chores, cooking a meal for your partner, or offering a hug when words aren't enough. Psychologically, physical kindness is a way of reinforcing our bonds with others. According to attachment theory, physical touch like a pat on the back or holding hands can release oxytocin, the bonding hormone. This creates feelings of trust and safety, reinforcing the connection between individuals. These small acts of kindness not only benefit the recipient, but also enhance the giver's sense of purpose and fulfillment. Principle 2. Verbal kindness. The next principle encourages us to speak with kindness. We've all heard the saying, "Words have power," and indeed, they do. Our words can build up or break down, heal or hurt. The Buddha teaches us that our words should be a reflection of the compassion we hold in our hearts. When we speak with kindness, we invite positivity into the relationship. From a psychological perspective, kind words foster a sense of belonging and emotional safety. In intimate relationships, the way we communicate can make all the difference. Positive communication, which includes affirming, encouraging, and validating your partner's feelings, helps to nurture a deeper emotional connection. A kind word at the right moment can turn a potentially difficult conversation into an opportunity for growth. Principle 3. Mental kindness. Now, let's take a deeper dive into the importance of mental kindness. While physical and verbal kindness are essential, mental kindness might just be the most transformative. Mental kindness refers to cultivating positive, compassionate thoughts toward others, especially in challenging moments. The Buddha teaches that if we generate kindness in our minds, it will naturally flow into our actions and words. This principle is rooted in the psychological concept of mindfulness and emotional regulation. By training ourselves to pause and observe our thoughts, we can become more aware of our emotional responses and choose to replace negative or judgmental thoughts with compassionate ones. This shift can profoundly alter the dynamics of our relationships, helping us respond with empathy rather than react out of frustration. Principle 4. Sharing without reservation. The Buddha also emphasized the importance of generosity in relationships. Whether it's sharing resources, time, or love, the act of giving without expecting anything in return creates a sense of harmony and mutual respect. In relationships, this principle might manifest as sharing your thoughts, experiences, or even vulnerabilities with your partner or loved one. It's about fostering an environment where both parties feel comfortable and supported. Psychologically, sharing can strengthen the emotional bond between individuals. It signals trust and openness, two essential components of any healthy relationship. When we give without reservation, whether it's a kind gesture, a piece of advice, or even a simple smile, we contribute to the well-being of the relationship as a whole. The act of sharing, especially in times of need, builds reciprocity and reinforces the idea that we are in this together. Principle 5. Virtue and integrity. Buddha's fifth principle is rooted in moral integrity. In any relationship, honesty and trust are the cornerstones. The Buddha teaches that to maintain a healthy relationship, he must live virtuously, abstaining from harmful behaviors and cultivating virtuous ones. In a romantic relationship, this might mean being loyal, truthful, and reliable. For friendships or family relationships, it's about being a person of integrity, one who can be counted on. From a psychological standpoint, virtue in relationships fosters trust and security. Trust is perhaps the most fundamental element of any healthy relationship. Without it, the foundation crumbles. When we act with integrity, keeping promises, being honest, and acting with respect, relationships are more likely to thrive. Principle 6. Shared purpose. Finally, the Buddha teaches the importance of having a common goal or shared purpose in relationships. When two people share a vision or work toward a common dream, the bond between them is solidified. This shared purpose could be as simple as building a happy family, pursuing a career together, or even committing to mutual personal growth. The key is that both parties are aligned in their values and goals. In terms of psychological and philosophical thinking, shared purpose can be seen through the lens of existentialism, particularly the work of Viktor Frankl, who believed that a sense of meaning and purpose is critical for psychological well-being. When individuals in a relationship are working towards something meaningful, it creates a deeper sense of connection and fulfillment. The 6 principles shared by the Buddha offer timeless wisdom for cultivating healthy, thriving relationships. By practicing physical, verbal, and mental kindness, sharing without reservation, living with integrity, and having a shared purpose, we can build stronger, more harmonious connections with others. These principles are not always easy to practice, but when we commit to them, they offer the possibility of transforming our relationships into something truly beautiful. Relationships, after all, are not about perfection. They are about understanding, growth, and mutual support. By embracing the wisdom of the Buddha, we can create relationships that are not only healthy, but also deeply fulfilling. Remember, relationships are a journey. Every step, no matter how small, brings us closer to understanding one another and cultivating love. So let's begin this journey with mindfulness, compassion, and the willingness to grow together.